Come on, goats. Come here. Oh, hi. My name is Debbie Curdy, and I'll be your facilitator for this section of Introduction to Online Teaching and Learning. If you've read my introduction, you know that we have a lot of animals around here, dogs and cats and goats and chickens, but through the magic of technology, I can also be right here in my home office. I want to take a minute to welcome you to the course, introduce myself, and give you a few tips on getting started. This course has been designed for instructors who have not yet taught online, but who are currently teaching for a California community college. If you are currently developing a class for online delivery, use that course as your reference for the learning activities in this course. If you don't yet have a plan to teach online, that's okay too. I suggest you identify a course you may eventually teach online and use that as your reference during your learning activities. Some of you may have already had experience teaching online. That's great too. Your experience and insights will enrich our class discussions. The experience in this class is anchored in our interactions, including feedback that we give to and get from one another. We are leveraging the experience and expertise that each of you brings to our conversation to create a rich environment for exploring online teaching and learning. In the next 4 weeks, you'll be introduced to the beginning steps of intentionally designing an online course. By the end of this course, you'll have a clearly defined learning unit with outcomes, a set of online resources for teaching that unit, and some formative and summative assessments for evaluating your students' progress. Throughout the course, you'll also be introduced to many excellent websites filled with online resources. You might even discover a few on your own. All of these resources are fun to use and explore, and you'll find some that will be useful in your own online classroom. There are so many different ones to choose from. Keeping track of all of these new resources is a task in and of itself. If you haven't looked at online tools for managing bookmarks, I'd like to suggest you check out Diigo or Delicious. These free tools allow you to catalog your bookmarks so you can reference them later from any computer with an internet connection. You can even share your bookmarks with colleagues, resulting in social bookmarking. For those of you new to online learning and teaching, you are about to embark on a 4-week whirlwind tour. We've packed a lot into the course for this trip, so I want to give you a few tips on unpacking. Each new unit officially opens on Monday morning at 8 a.m. I know there are probably a few early birds out there, so unofficially, the new unit will open the Saturday prior at 8 a.m. Let me show you around a unit. This course is taught using a learning management system, or LMS, called Moodle. Some of you may be familiar with Moodle, while others may be more familiar with Blackboard or one of the many other LMSs available to colleges. Before you dive into the activities in each unit, be sure to carefully look at the weekly summary. This is a great tool. It's a checklist of tasks and readings for the week, so you might even want to print it off. In our first unit, the summary suggests that you begin by downloading and reviewing the course guide and then introduce yourself in the meet and greet forum. You can find the forum here. Next, you'll be asked to review a variety of resources. I strongly urge you to take advantage of all of this information, and you can even download or print most of the resources for future reference. For instance, the Distance Ed Toolkit is a resource created in Moodle called a Moodle book. When you click on the title of the Moodle book, you are taken to a web-based resource. You can use the arrow buttons to the right of the text or the table of contents on the left of the text to navigate through the resource. If you want to print and save the information in the book, scroll all the way down to the settings block. This is usually on the lower left-hand side of the page, and select Print Book. When your print window opens, you can either print the book and keep a hard copy or save the book to your computer as a PDF. This is a very handy way to be able to read offline. Whenever you are in our course, you can use the breadcrumb trail at the top of the page to navigate back to our home page. Here we are, back at our first unit. In addition to reviewing the resources, you'll have several activities to do this week. The meet and greet discussion forum that was already mentioned, a quick and easy poll about the LMS used at your college, and a larger assignment for the week called the Dear Online Students blog post. All of the information you need can be found right on this page. I think you're almost ready to take off on your journey. I just want to say one more quick thing about due dates, deadlines, and online courses. In this course, you're wearing a student hat. At the same time, though, we're inviting you to learn more about the hat instructors wear in an online course. Though students may get by with checking into their online course once or twice a week, instructors need to take a much more active role. They need to check in at least once a day to assess student activity, answer questions, and monitor discussion forums. For new online instructors, this can be a little overwhelming. To help you learn the rhythm of an online course, we've sprinkled due dates throughout the week. To get the most out of the course, I strongly advise you to schedule a little time each day to touch base with IOTL. This is especially important in the discussion forums, where responding to peers is a critical step in developing a collaborative communication environment. Well, I think it's time to get started. Jump right in, look around, click all the links, and try things out. That's the best way to learn. Good girl. Rawr.